when the crowd screams, still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in them. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Murray now on first down. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second down, it's Drake. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Kenyon Drake, the ball carrier. Nick Kwiatkowski there on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 1.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 55 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run toss to the right with Drake. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check, check. Check, 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 check.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 9-yard line.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He'll find his running back here, Richard. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here's Carr going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cardinals, nothing.
Try and pound it in with Drake. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Shotgun now from Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. 7.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
It's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. On first down, Carr. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards.
Carr's pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
23 yards. And a loss.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
20-yard line.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd and 5 now. Carr got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Oh, look at the juke. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own
a little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And that's It's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it'll be second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Murray to air it out again. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Oh, he shifts past him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He'll buy some time right. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 31 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
This score, Raiders 14, Cardinals 7.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
9-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Try
and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
1st and 10.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll start the drive with Drake, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He was brought down by Malik Collins. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Cardinals.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's a 34-yard.
Murray to give. This is Drake. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, 34 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side, and he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
To Nelson Aguilar.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st down, Raiders.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the...
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Caught left side, Williams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski.
Murray's pass intercepted by the Raiders. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Here's Carr to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in and knocked it away.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Cardinals 14.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up second and 8.
Throwing again on second down. Murray.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? Her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Need a light year just to catch my buzz. He's right here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 42-yard line.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Stop. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Right here.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 43. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Murray throwing complete there to Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. On first down, Drake. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
from the 22, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
57, come on. Get ready, get ready.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. It's going to set him back 5 yards. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Shotgun now from Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
26-yard attempt.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. They are, however, facing 4th down.
6-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Garoppolo into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I think I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
On the tackle.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. At the 49ers.
From the gun, Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Man open left side, it's Williams. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find a target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of 30.
That goes for a gain of 31.
49er first down.
20. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. It's Coleman here, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers are back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Niners 6.
Boy, they're down only one score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Still just a 2-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And Mostert with a first down carry. Nice carry. Gets his way forward for a pickup of about 6 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now let's see. And the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
10 at the 44-yard line.
First down, Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
intended for D.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Exit. Mike, check. 59. You don't want nothing. Pick up the ball.
From the gun, Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 21. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
21-yard line.
Mike 59.
On 1st down, it's Drake. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
At the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Murray. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run with Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Jordan Hicks.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 41, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A Mostert a first down carry. This will wind up only getting him a couple. And it'll bring up 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
First down, San Francisco.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
And the 49er first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Made at the 16-yard line.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
A gain of 4.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
49ers.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. On the return, here's Edmonds. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
39-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
At the 45-yard line.
Murray to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield. field at the 49. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Well, they went with the ultimate element of surprise there, trying the onside kick to start OT, and it backfires.
Not just element of surprise, how about element of hubris? I mean, that is unbelievable because the odds of getting an onside kick are small to begin with. And to give up your opportunity to ever possess the football that way, if you don't get it, that is absolutely huge. Didn't work, but boy, what a gamble.
Tackle by Emmanuel Mosley. A short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
3rd and 2.
First throw of overtime for Murray. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Got him in. It's complete. Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's get off the field.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run on 1st down. Drake, and he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Right back to Drake. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say, I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe it's a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, out of asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs. In a town you create where there ain't no love. Where do I go? Where do I know? Not on the phone. When I'm on my own. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking, but still got a reflux. Eyes drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look when they peep us. Cheese rush in the belly of the beach, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising. Thinking, what type of knowledge don't sink in? Life gives you limits and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage way before they pouring on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze. On each and every way, put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Lemonade, lemonade.
Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message to the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession, you a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like Cheetah, run up and I'm there in the scene. Now I just like Vegeta Prince and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch, I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you ain't first, you last. Little boy, that's facts, I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Throw it in rotation. Throw it in rotation. Throw it in
SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. This is Madden Football on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles, and now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Los Angeles Rams.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over first and 10.
Out come the Eagles for their first drive, led out by their quarterback. In his 5th year in Philly, Carson Wentz.
And when I think of Carson Wentz in his first 4 years in the league, I kind of look at him as bookends because his first year as a rookie, he started all 16 games. The next 2 years, beset by injuries, but last year, started all 16 in the regular season again and was very productive. His first 4,000-yard campaign throwing the ball, 27 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. The injuries got him again in the wild card game, but when he's on the field, his team is dangerous. Well, that's a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Steps away to his left. And now the ball's out. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Goff. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A 30-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And this will make it into the end zone.
You got to love it, baby. Give it to them.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He'll fire it. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, 64 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up on John Johnson. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. They'll turn to Sanders. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Henderson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that is incomplete.
That's Does an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Aaron Donald on the stop. It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. On second and 12, Wentz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
He was brought down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles about the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
28-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run with Henderson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10. Goff again. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. 9 yards, not and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And these guys are going to take over here at the 21-yard line.
Intercepted by the Eagles.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Pressure gets to him again. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14 and out of bounds across the 15-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And that will come the offense as they take over. Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. 2nd quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game, though.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on first is Wentz. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Aaron Donald on the stop.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz going deep for Jeffrey. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Rams take over, 1st and 10.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. We have hit halftime. Still 2. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And this one complete on the slant route. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Escaping the pressure right. Going up top for Kupp. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Henderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
The 16-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Down the right side. Touchdown, LA. Cooper Kupp, 67 yards. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone.
Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it. They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Another big play there by Aaron Donald, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 2017 and 18. We know he can rush the passer. He's also dominant in the run game. The quickness for a man his size often defeats the offensive lineman trying to block him.
Rookie Jalen Reagor, the intended target that time. And it's 3rd down.
Johnson on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Wentz, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
First down, Wentz. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, they'll go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. His throw incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Derek Barnett taken down back at the 30.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Henderson. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. On 3rd down, it's Henderson. Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. His longest run of the game right there, and a pretty good time for it. A huge 3rd down conversion late.
Love the mindset. Love the way he flipped the switch late in the game, needed a big run, and helped produce it with great leverage from the offensive line. But you also know what happens, too. The defense stacks the line. So if you can break through that first barrier, there's usually plenty of room to run.
And they will take a knee here. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
That almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defense.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, score. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, score. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them.
With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, score. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, score. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Putting it down for that, time I was down and out, had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at, you know what it be, playing this here for the keeps, had to make out with a feast, a family to feed, third cold where the trophy should be, EA got me in the game now, read on with the game now, they're here with a lane now, my home second with a rain now, legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill, it's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just the hill.
With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, score. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, score. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, I get ready to told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man, sucker if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels. Shining, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay.
Tonight on EA Sports, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. first carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. And got a man, it's Woods. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Henderson will try and run for the first. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here's Henderson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Quite up the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. The 20. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Rams 7, Bills nothing.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
And here now the offense heading back out there. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down.
And that was just absolutely perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Another try after the first down sack. Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, gone. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. Buying time to his left. Allen hit. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Henderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods from Jared Goff. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. What a moment for him. A pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl. Two against the Oakland Raiders and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown. 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go.
He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Cole Beasley, 75 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Goff on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Rams add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own
Buffalo set to get the football back here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. Third down here.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
For Dawson Knox. Incomplete.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Fielded just inside the 20. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
32-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go four verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54.
By the Rams.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The quick throw complete into the flat out left. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this one's incomplete. Looking again in the direction of Woods, but now it's third down. Could be four down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has now been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Ed Oliver, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Goff now to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. The connection there, Goff to Cooper Kupp. And the Rams tack on to their was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bills take over 1st and 10. At their own 9.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Allen, flushed out right. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 45 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Obviously, they're not. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 21. And he will not get all the way home.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Prime time over grind game, over time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we young. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
Hey, I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I been grinding since a youngin', they told me my timing was coming. I been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I been eating since a youngin', since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
Hey, I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. 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 Hey, I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the buck. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibi splash you. I finally starting to realize, never give up and go. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right? I don't got time. I could call to. We're talking about you, about to protecting the sons and daughters from political and slaughter. Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views.
Today, from Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, this is Madden NFL 21.
There's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
Well, what do we ask about players in this league? We ask them to improve from year to year, and Josh Allen did exactly that from his rookie year to year number 2. Doubled his touchdown passes from 10 to 20. One of the better running quarterbacks in the league, had 9 touchdown runs. That gives him 17 in his first 2 seasons. This guy gets better and better and absolutely loves the game of football.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
12 yards there and a first down.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss, whether he was in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
8 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
16 yards, a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
For the extra point.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this will make it into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up first and 10 at their own 27. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's brought down by Micah Hyde.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Rivers hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox.
Complete.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver busting through to get him for a loss of 6. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
36-yard line.
Nice play there by Ed Oliver. That's why he went 9th overall when he came out of Houston back in 2019.
Third and long for Rivers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll run on first down with Singletary.
Number 20.
Give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Ball carrier. He was brought down by Anthony Walker. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
56.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills 7, Colts nothing.
Second and 8 coming up. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. He's decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Allen's pass the Colts.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Hines, his first carry. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 35 on second down, Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he'll find Pittman. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Rivers to the rookie Pittman for a Colts first down.
A gain of 7 and a Colts first down.
Rivers on first down. The toss here completed to Pittman.
Rivers
and down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
It's a pickup.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
And 7.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Flush to his right. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Jordan Poyer. Rivers pass.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Colts' 24-yard line.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes. We'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be third down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
The pass. Fumble on the play.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Andre Roberts is deep for Buffalo. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10. The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Rivers. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Colts.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 2 veterans, Phillip Rivers fighting T.Y. Hilton. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
I can hear their sigh of relief all the way up here, partner. Now, they absolutely had to have that one, and they got it. Maybe it'll provide a little bit of spark heading into the half.
And help out their defense because they've really held serve, so now we got a ball game.
No doubt about it. They are right back in it and have to feel a whole lot better about themselves.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
To kick off for Buffalo.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10. At their own 21.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. And Oliver, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. And got his man complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 83 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what? There it was.
Yeah, we talked about it, that despite the scoreline, they were that close on the road, and boom, there you go.
Well done, Nostradamus.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Automatic first down.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. They got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
First and 10.
A good pickup there of 22. On first down, Singletary. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
38-yard line.
Now Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Singletary again. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Terry again, the ball carrier.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. No dice for Sean McDermott in the offense. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. I'm coming up to you.
On first down, Singletary. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
They go right back to Singletary. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, 41 yards. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The All-Pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. And he would score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And the lead is up to 15 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Timer pass to kick off for Buffalo.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's got his man, Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
The Colts 1st down.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. A good throw here finding Pascal. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Under pressure and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
5 yards. It's 2nd down.
After the sack on 1st down, Rivers, and he's going to go down again. Now that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. From the gun, Rivers looking deep for Hilton, and that is incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. There to him was Darius Leonard.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
By the Colts.
Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
First down, Indiana.
Throwing Rivers. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust, because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A.J. Klein in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
Second down.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
First down, Rivers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
On second down, it's Moss. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Singletary. That's good.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Brings up third down.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.